it's 3.5 feet tall. What do you think about that?
Some lawmakers now demanding answers about the Iran deal. House leaders want the State Department's Inspector General to investigate why the agency deleted several minutes from a press briefing video about the Iran nuclear deal from 3 years ago. The chair of the House Oversight Committee, Congressman Jason Chaffetz, writing, quote, "We are puzzled by the apparent degradation of the Bureau's commitment to transparency and openness," end quote. Congressman Chaffetz with me now in studio. Good morning to you.
Thanks.
And
good morning.
welcome back. First news on John Kerry. You want him to testify.
Yeah,
next week.
yesterday we invited him somewhere between the start of next week and July 15th. I know he travels extensively. Want him to come and testify under oath about what's going on with this Iranian deal.
Why him?
Well, we tried to get to Ben Rhodes, who was the salesperson to America on this Iranian deal. We think he snookered the American people, but the White House claimed executive privilege. They claimed separation of powers issues, and so let's get the Senate confirmed person, Secretary Kerry, to clear up all the indiscrepancies.
So Kerry could refuse, right?
I suppose he can. Again, I want to be respectful of his overseas obligations, but he does have a duty and responsibility to respond to committees of jurisdiction, and we happen to be one of those.
The last Inspector General report in the State Department was very cutting toward Hillary Clinton.
Oh, it was
Would
definitive.
you expect the IG to take up your case then at the
Well,
State
I've
Department?
joined Chairman Royce, the Chairman of Foreign Affairs, in asking the Inspector General to look at why it is that there were nearly 8 minutes of a video, a James Rosen question there at the State Department that was suddenly deleted, because now they've gone back and decided that, yes, indeed, it was done on purpose. And even Secretary Kerry has expressed outrage. But to say that they've exhaustively tried to figure out who was responsible for it and fix the problem, they haven't been able to do that.
I've got a few more questions about that. Kevin Corke from Fox News at the White House on May 9th with Josh Earnest asked this question. Watch.
Can you state categorically that no senior official in this administration has ever lied publicly about any aspect of the Iran nuclear deal?
Yeah.
Is that a no, it did not happen, or is that a no, I can't answer the question, or what is that?
It was a definitive yes-no question. He said no. What's probably even more concerning to me is that evidently in the White House transcript, that was deleted. That was taken out. Contrary to regular practice of putting either an asterisk or saying that it was inaudible, but to me it was audible, they extracted that. So I sent another letter yesterday also to the White House Chief of Staff, Mr. McDonough, and said, what is the policy here? And what I worry about is that this becomes sort of a pattern here. It wasn't just one innocent mistake. You've got a very substantial question, one that is pivotal to what the White House is doing on Iran, and now it's taken out of the transcript as discovered by ABC News. So it happened once, maybe, but a pattern here.
Couple pointed questions. 8 minutes of a briefing removed.
Yeah.
What's the incentive behind that? Why do it?
Because there's political spin. It's a whitewashing of the record so that as people go back and do their research and try to figure out, we don't know the basic answers of what this Iranian deal was. How much did we pay the Iranians? What is Secretary Kerry doing in Europe, trying to increase banking opportunities for Iran? We don't know what these side deals are. And then you go back and see that the record was cleaned up and washed out. There's a lot of smoke.
And I know you want to figure out who did it. According to John Kirby, the Admiral says a phone call was made, which would suggest there's no email trail. Do you believe that?
How convenient. That's still inexcusable because at the end of the day, it's still a pretty small place. And even the Secretary himself is very outraged by this. Well, then let's solve it. Make sure it never, ever happens again. But somebody has to be held accountable. This is what drives me nuts about this administration.
Figure out someone physically edited the briefing?
How does that just happen? How does it, and how convenient that it happens on Iran? Again, happens once, maybe a mistake, but you're seeing the pattern here.
And today you are saying that someone knows more about this.
Oh, absolutely, they know.
Somebody knows names is what you're suggesting.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We'll see if John Kerry takes up your invitation. Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Jason Chaffetz in studio.
Okay, we